Ian Baker, the product specialist with Camping World, and today we're going to go over the 2018 Wildwood X-Lite 273 QB-XL. Let's start off right over here on the kitchen. So one of the things you'll notice is you actually have decent prep space here in this layout. They give you this little extension right over here to the side, as well as having all this right in between your sink top and your cooktop. If you need a little bit more, you could also get sink top covers that would provide a little additional prep space. They did give you the double bowl sink right here. You'll see you also have the high-rise faucet, which makes washing and rinsing dishes a little bit easier. You have the window right there to let in some natural light. Electrical outlet right over here to the sides. That way if you want a coffee maker or blenders, maybe a toaster here, you have a place in which you can plug it in. Over to this side here, the thing I like about this is they gave you a recessed cooktop. That we're able to utilize this as prep space as well. You can fold the glass up and back just like so. That will reveal your 3-burner cooktop here. If we take a look underneath, you'll see that they did give you some storage there in lieu of an oven, which personally I prefer. I don't do a ton of baking when I'm camping. And then you also will see 2 full extension drawers here. The top one does have the dividers, that way your silverware is already nice and pre-divided. The bottom one there is perfect for some of your larger utensils. Then right over here to this side, you will see they gave you plenty of space for a trash can, which I certainly appreciate. Take a look across the top. You have the frosted glass here. Gives it kind of a cool look. Helps break up the wood look a little bit. And then you have the removable shelf right here. So if you want to take it out, you can do so. Otherwise, I think it's spaced pretty well there for some of your pantry type items. Right over to this side is your stainless steel microwave with the stainless hood here underneath. That, of course, does house both a light and a fan. And over to the side is the Dometic fridge freezer combo. You'll see you have pretty good space in there, cut out here for some taller items. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. If we take a look across the way, this is your main living space right here. You have the big super slide. This is your U-shaped dinette. I like having a U-shaped dinette because, if the whole family's sitting down eating, remember, this is a bunk model. So chances are you'll be having people with you. You can sit here and you have elbow room. You're not constantly elbowing the person next to you. You can comfortably sit 4 people here. If you have more than that, it may be a little bit crammed, but again, you have plenty of room for 4 people to comfortably sit. Also, it makes into a much larger bed than your standard dinette. When you remove the 2 legs right down here, you can drop this table down. You'll take these back cushions right here, put them up on top, and that will create an additional sleeping space that is large enough for 2 adults to comfortably sleep on. If we take a look underneath here, you see you have easy access storage. The doors just swing open, and that gives you the access to all that storage underneath your dinette. On the windows, you have windows above the dinette as well as the sofa. Both of those are roller shades. Then you'll see you have LED lights here, both underneath the slide to help brighten the space up. You also have LED lights up top, which, give a little auxiliary lighting. Just makes it look nice in here and, again, helps brighten up the entire camper. Right over here is your Jackknife Sofa. So this also drops down into a bed for some additional sleeping space. You see it comes with armrests as well as the pillows here. And you have this little shelf in the back with storage in between the 2 here. So if you have some taller items you need to stick in there, you can. You do have some storage underneath the Jackknife Sofa itself too. You can see that right there. Now when you're sitting here on the sofa, maybe you want to watch some TV, no worries. Right here is where your TV will mount. You'll see directly underneath there is your Multimedia Center. That's great. That is will control the speakers in here as well as the speakers outside, and it is Bluetooth capable. And then underneath on the very bottom here, you have storage going along the entire bottom half. So we take a look at the bathroom. You see the foot flush lever toilet right here with plenty of legroom. And over next to that, you have your sink top and vanity. You'll see directly underneath the countertop, you have your toilet paper holder mounted there. There's also enough room for some magazines or something if you want to set them there too. And you have storage under the sink. Nice big countertop though, so plenty of room to put your toothbrush holder. If you need to set a hair dryer down, you can see you have your electrical outlet right there too. And up above is your mirrored medicine cabinet with storage behind it. Over to the side here, folks, is the tub shower. So, if you have little ones, you need to give them a bath, you can still do that. And then you also have a hand wand to make it nice and easy to shower up. Right here outside the bunk room, you will see you have some additional storage up top. You have the shelf that's built in here, so it's great for, putting a lot of folded clothes. And then you also have the additional drawer right underneath. As we step back in the bunk room itself, you do have the slider door here rather than a curtain, so it helps add a little bit of privacy, especially if you're staying up later than the kids. That way, it helps block a lot of the light and some of the sound. Now, you do have the 4 bunks in the back here. You'll notice the top one here kind of connects in an L shape. You almost have like a top loft, which is kind of cool. You have another one underneath right there. And then you have the Jackknife Sofa along the bottom here. Now, the cool thing about this sofa and this setup, again, I'm 6 foot, and as you can see, even I can sit under here. You don't have to, worry about where the bunk tilts up and you kind of hit your head on the back. Not an issue here. You can comfortably sit here. You have an LED light if you want to do some reading. This, of course, drops down into a bed as well. And directly across the way, you have your TV hookup. So you can put your TV here. If the kids want to bring a gaming system and play games, you can do that too. And right underneath, you will see you have a mini wardrobe, giving you a place to hang some of the kids' clothes. When you step into the bedroom, just like in the bunk room, you will see you have slider doors. So again, it gives you that extra privacy. Also, when the doors are shut, you'll see it opens up this cutout right here, which is a place in which you can install a TV. So if you want a TV in the bedroom, that is where it would go. You'll also see your queen bed right here in the center. That does have storage underneath it. You'll see that's pretty easy to get to. It is strut supported. You'll also see that they extended this a little ways. So what this does for you is it helps support your bed completely. But right here in the front, where you can't walk anyway, you can now utilize this space too. So I myself would probably put like a laundry basket or something down there for dirty clothes. I think that's just a pretty good spot for it. That way it's not cluttering up the room itself. On both sides, you have mirrored wardrobe there. You also have a nightstand right underneath with electrical outlets on both sides. And then you will also see you have windows on both sides with the roller shades to allow for some cross ventilation. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 273 QB XL. Starting off right up front here, folks, you have a power tongue jack. This is awesome. Makes it so easy to hook up and disconnect. Just flip the switch there. That will raise and lower the tongue. You also have a light here in case you are hooking up or disconnecting at night. It just gives you a little extra visibility. Directly behind that are your two 20-pound propane tanks with a cover. To get in there, just undo these 2 thumb screws, lift up the door, and that will give you access in. And then you have rails for your battery behind that. You will notice you have the diamond plating here on the front to help protect your front end from some of the rocks and debris that get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And then above that, you have the smooth aluminum front. Folks, not only does this look a lot nicer, but it's also easier to clean. Chances are this will be where all the bug splatters will be, and having the smooth aluminum is easier to clean than having the ribbed. When we come around to this side, you'll see right down here you have solar prep. If you want solar, all you have to do is buy the portable panels, plug it in right there, and it will trickle charge your battery. Pass-through storage is located right next to that. And you will see that this also, you also have access to this storage from underneath the bed. It's that same one, but it is a true pass-through. So that way you can access whatever you put in there from either side or from underneath the bed, giving you 3 points to grab those items. Right next to that, I love this. Not only do you have a power tongue jack, you have a power awning, I'll show you in a second. You also get power stabilizer jacks. You can see those right down there. So this front control will control the front 2. There's another control in the back to control the back 2. Folks, they're really trying to make setting up and tearing down easy. That way you can enjoy camping that much faster. And as I just mentioned, power awning here, you see that, touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go right back in. It does have an adjustable pitch on there for water runoff, and you have an LED light underneath, so that way it's nice and bright here at night. You don't have to hang up separate lights unless you really want to. Getting into the Wildwood X-Lite is really simple. You'll see you have the solid step system here. Folks, these are great. If you haven't seen them before, they entered the industry about a year ago or so. MoreRide has them. The solid step is Lippert's version, but they're awesome. You want to talk about being stable? I mean, you can jump up and down on these things. They don't give you this springboard effect. It just is a much more solid step system, hence the name. Also, the steps themselves are aluminum. That way they don't rust out on you. And you have the grip tape on there, so that just gives you a little extra traction in case it is wet. Making our way back a little further here, if you plan on doing some boondocking, that will be your water fill right there. It'll fill up your fresh water tanks. You also have an electrical outlet right here. You need to plug anything in outside, that'll be the place to do it. Outside speakers right there, so if you want to, rock out, listen to some music outside, you can do that. Those are controlled by that Multimedia Center I showed you inside, but again, that unit is Bluetooth capable. Making our way back a little bit further here, as I mentioned, here is your other power jack right there, so that'll control the rear two. And one of my favorite parts about having a bunkhouse is the outside kitchen. So, if you take a look right here, you have this big pull-out drawer, folks. This is awesome for some plates and stuff. You can put plates in here, put like a little silverware tray and put some of your plasticware out here. It's just a very large, usable tray. The kitchen itself here also pulls out. You see you have great prep space right there. You have the faucet with a wash basin. So this doesn't have a drain, but it's easy. Just take it out, toss the water wherever. This does lock into place on both sides too. You'll also notice an electrical outlet right there. So if you need to plug anything in, you can do that. Set it right there. It's perfect for a blender, something like that. And right over here is your refrigerator. This way you have a place to put your beverages, condiments, things like that nature. So I did say outside kitchen. You're thinking, well, how do I cook? Folks, right back here is the grill. It's on a swing arm. It comes with it. You can swing that bad boy out and grill up anything you want here. You'll also see right up top there in the center is your backup camera prep. It's a pretty decent sized travel trailer. If you want a backup camera, that makes it a lot easier to install, meaning it will save you money on labor. And then lastly, right back here, you also have your cable and satellite inlets. Right here on the off-door side, you'll see your city water inlet is located near the back, which is great. That way you don't have to have a huge hose to be able to hook it up. And right here is your 30 amp power cord. Directly underneath there, you see your termination with both your black and gray tank valves. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2018 Wildwood X-Lite 273 QB XL. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.